was so excited. The movie theater I went to was giving away free sample boxes of Lucky Charms. Yeah! When do you ever get free food at the movies? I was psyched. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, which is a sequel to Rise of the Planet of the Apes, which is the reboot or remake of the original 60s, 70s, 80s movies of the title Planet of the Apes, and the television show and that terrible Mark Wahlberg movie that came out in like 2001. Yeah. Well, this movie, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, stars, I'll do the human cast first. We have Jason Clarke, who's the main human character. He plays Malcolm. Gary Oldman plays Dreyfus, who is this guy that just absolutely hates the apes and wants nothing to do with them. He's like, he kind of wants to get rid of them, but he also knows that, like, they don't have enough supplies to get rid of them. Anyways, we have Kerry Russell as Ellie, Malcolm's love interest. We have Cody Smith McPhee, I don't know, as Alexander, Malcolm's son. Then we have some other people that they don't really play that big of a part. Now I'll get into the motion capture actors. If you don't know what motion capture is, it's when actors will put on a special suit. They play the monkeys, but they don't put a monkey suit on. They put on this like gray skin tight thing with like sensors all over it, so all their movements get recorded and put into the computers so they can animate the apes over their movements, and it's wicked cool, and I want to do that. I mean, I want to make my moves and turn out to be an ape. That'd be cool. But anyways, Andy Serkis, who is most well known for doing mocapping a lot of stuff, plays Caesar! Sorry. I just like Caesar. Toby Kebbell plays Koba. He wants to be in charge of the apes, but Caesar knows better than he does, but he thinks he's smarter than Caesar is, and that creates a little tension there. Nick Thurston as Blue Eyes, which is Caesar's son, well, oldest son, I should say. Terry Notary as Rocket, and Karen Conovel as Maurice, the orangutan. That's the cast, and it's awesome. So, I really don't have much to say about negatives. I mean, this movie was really good, and it looked like it would have been really good in 3D. The movie theater I go to puts 3D movies at the worst time possible for a teenager. 3D movie for this was at 3:30 in the afternoon and 9:30. I'm like, well, I have to work until 4, so I can't see the 3:30, and I don't want to stay out. I don't want to stay out until like 11. I need my sleep. Yeah, I'm not a party animal. Anyways, so I just saw the regular 2D version, and it was awesome. I would try to look through the animation of the apes to see if I could see Andy Serkis's face, but it was so, like, I didn't actually expect to see his face, but the way that, like, the apes faces are built, like, they don't have noses like this and stuff, and I'm trying to see, like, what kind of expression is he making, because I can't see his nose. The only thing that was Andy Serkis's were the eyes. Caesar's eyes. That's one thing I really, really loved, because the first real shot of the movie, because the first minute, about a half minute to a minute, was like a globe, and in was like a spinning globe with pinpoints going across it, and inside the continents would be news articles and news reporters talking and stuff, all talking about this simian flu that they released in Rise of the Planet of the Apes. And so that was the very beginning of the movie. And the very first shot was Caesar's eyes, and the camera would pan out, and it's him like this, like in the teaser trailer, and he goes. It wasn't as epic as it was in the teaser trailer, because it was just done. This actually showed them, and I'm like, oh, that wasn't as great as I had anticipated it to be. But anyways, the first shot was his eyes, and then the last shot, the camera panned in to show his eyes, and that was it. The end of the movie was his eyes, and it was awesome. His son, Blue Eyes. He must have the chemical in him that creates the intelligence that was given to Caesar's mother in the first movie. But the one side effect of it was that they create green eyes in the apes, and his son's name is Blue Eyes, and he kind of has blue eyes. So I don't know if he has it or not, or if he's just a really smart ape, or if these really smart apes were able to teach him, or if he has it and didn't get the side effects. I don't know. But that was a nice little subplot of the movie, the son trying to deal with, well, do I listen to my dad or do I listen to Koba? The human element of this movie was that they're living in this colony in San Francisco and they're running out of energy. They don't have much more energy to use, and so they send a small team of humans up in the redwood forest, and they come across the apes. But they go to the forest because there's a dam there that can create the energy that they need to help them survive a little bit longer and try to contact other humans if there are any more out there, because it's been 10 years. It's been 10 years since the last one. Not real, but in that time, it's been 10. In the movie, it's been 10 years. And one of the characters says something that really made a lot of sense. He goes, you know what the scariest part about the apes is? They don't need power. They don't need electricity. They live off the land. I'm like, that was really, I really liked that. Really liked what he was saying. And so anyway, they send him up there, they send a small team up, and the apes don't like him at first. They send him off running. They go back to Gary Oldman, and he's like, and, well, the humans go off running, and Caesar's like, Koba, follow humans. And they find out that there's this small area where the humans are all living, and so all the apes end up going there. He goes, don't come back. And then the apes all leave. Caesar basically declares, I don't want war, so just don't come back. We can live simultaneously unless you piss us off. And if you make us mad, it's done. So Malcolm ends up going back with his small team, but he's the only one that enters the ape colony. He's like, listen. We just need the power. That's all we need. I have a small team. We can go in the dam. We know what we're doing. So Caesar allows them, and Koba gets super mad. Caesar love human more than ape. And Caesar's like, I love my ape brothers, but I understand that these humans need what they need to live, and I want to let them do that. This is our chance for peace, and I don't want you ruining it. And so Koba gets mad, goes into the human village, kind of sleekly and sneakily, and he finds out that there are all these guns that they have. They have all this armors. They have this huge armory. So when Koba reports back, he says, hey, they have way too many guns. They're going to take us out if they get this power. So Koba starts a small ape civil war because he shoots Caesar, and all the apes think he's dead, so Koba is now in charge. And Koba makes it to believe that the humans that were in the dam shot him. So now all the apes are going to listen to Koba, and they run to the human city and grab their guns and everything, and they start shooting away. And they're like all-out wars going, and this Malcolm and his girlfriend and his son find Caesar laying there, and he's like, he's almost dead. They're able to help him, and so they bring him back so he's healthy enough to fight Koba, because now it's Caesar against Koba. It's not humans against apes, which is, oh, I thought I was walking into this movie watching like apes against humans, but no, it was ape against ape. And during like the second half of the movie, Caesar goes, apes do not kill apes. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I get it. Because in the first one, you're like, ape together, ape by himself, weak, but ape together, strong. And I really love how one ape will betray the leader to get what he wants because he thinks he's smarter. And I'm like, this movie is starting to show some really good character development. Seeing with Koba, the one that they gave, that the scientists gave the chemical to after James Franco was like, listen, it works. I've been living with this monkey for years. And so they get that ugly looking one. That one's Koba. It's just so good. Go see the movie. And the interaction between Caesar and Malcolm towards the end of the movie, while they're back at James Franco's abandoned house and he's looking through all his old stuff, is just unbelievably done. It's like, it made me think that they had an ape that could talk on set doing it. He's looking through videos and pictures of his past life with James Franco, and I was emotionally attached. Oh my god, it's so good. And I know I've heard some people like, oh, Andy Serkis should get an Oscar nomination for this. I'm like, I don't see why he really deserves one. I mean, yeah, the movie's brilliant, but he has a whole team of animators and lighting designers and everything behind him, making him who he is. I mean, he didn't really talk all that much. I mean, he did talk to the humans when he had to. He would talk to Koba, but the rest of it was like sign language to other apes. But I don't think he deserves an Oscar nomination. Not saying that he's a terrible actor. It's just, I don't know if that, it's different because it's like acting right there in front of a camera and then acting with the motion capture suit and letting them put it on the computer and fix anything that they don't like about it. And the best thing I have to say about this movie, unlike Transformers, I went into Transformers and I wanted a Transformer movie, but you get a human movie that that they live in a world with Transformers. That's what Transformers was. It was a human movie with Transformers. I was really hoping not to get a human movie that features apes, and that is not what we got. We got an ape movie that features humans. The humans were a subplot, and the big major plot was Koba against Caesar, which I loved. It was just so refreshing that it wasn't humans having to live with the apes. It was the apes having to deal with the humans. So my overall statement of the movie is that it was just a remarkably well done movie. There's not much things I can say that are bad about it. It's just so good. Go see it. Go see it now. As soon as this video is over, go see it. That's all I can say. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. 9.3 out of 10. 9.3. There we go. There we go. I'm sorry. So, thanks for watching Film Geeks. Remember, you can subscribe, comment, like. I would really appreciate it. You can follow us on Twitter at The Film Geeks. I might even make an Instagram. I don't know. That'd be cool. An Instagram would be nice. I should do that. If I did it, would you follow? Maybe up next week, so. Alright. See you next time. Hopefully the next movie. Still haven't seen Tammy yet. Still really want to see Tammy. But probably the next movie I'll see is Sex Tape or Planes. Because Cars is my favorite movie. I just have to see Planes because it's like a religious thing. Okay. Well, see you next time. Bye-bye.